Hey, it's Robert Kelly from the Gloucester Museum of History, and today we're coming to you from Woodville Rosenwald School, located on Route 17 in Hayes, about halfway between Gloucester Point and Gloucester Courthouse. It's a very, very historic structure in our community, and it tells a wonderful story of African American education during the early 1900s. The school was opened in 1923 and served the community until the early 1930s. I want to take you inside and meet with Dr. Wes Wilson, the Executive Director of the Woodville Rosenwald School Foundation, who will tell you more about the amazing history, the important building, and the exciting plans for the future at Woodville Rosenwald School.
I can't tell you how many people who have just driven in here and they say, tell me about this building. I've been driving past here all my life. I never knew what this was all about. This school was a part of the Rosenwald project that actually started in 1912. There was a partnership between Julius Rosenwald, who was president and CEO of Sears and Roebuck, and Booker T. Washington. Rosenwald heard about the Tuskegee School, and then he and Booker T. started looking at the inadequacies of the primary school teaching during that period of time. Washington came up with the idea of building what they at that time called state-of-the-art schools. And they tested them in Alabama. They worked so well that they came up with a just pretty standard set of plans and expanded the project to all of the 13 states that were involved in the secession. And we've been able to speak to quite a number of people, some who are still alive and well and able to communicate with us. And one of the interesting things about it is that when you ask them what it was like, one thing that comes to mind was wintertime when the chore was to get the coal and get the stoves started. These buildings obviously were not insulated. One of the things about the Rosenwald plan was the placing of the windows. And as you can see, we have no lights on. We could stay in this configuration without lights for a very long time, even though it's clouded. All the schools had to be placed so they could take advantage of the rising sun and the setting sun. But they did say they loved coming to school. And every one of them said they loved their teachers. With the addition that they did to Route 17, it put this school on the highway. Normally these schools were back in the boondocks. This was going to be under the bulldozer before long because all of this area was deemed a commercial area. And we started this foundation with the idea of saying, we're going to save it from the bulldozer. We intend to demonstrate this room as it was in that day, and then use the other rooms for display purposes, for artifacts, for research. This building and all of the activity inside of it, I consider it in terms of to be able to demonstrate where we were, where we are, and certainly where we want to go.
For more historical adventures, visit the Gloucester Museum of History.